screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
So in prerequisite, uh, we want to change or add some parameters where we want to change that parameters or add that parameters. That changes will be done in the files which is already created when we installed our OS. Okay. So in that OS, we just change and add some parameters. Now, for that, we have to log in with root first, and our password is Oracle. Just right click, and open a terminal from open in terminal. Now, let me check first our system time is correct or not from using this xclock command. By using this xclock command, you can see that our clock is occurred, and you can see the timing here. The time of your clock and the time of your system are synced. Yeah, everyone,
Yes, sir.
is it
Yes, sir.
visible?
Yes, sir.
Here
Yes, sir.
our system time is 42. Here it is also showing 42. Yeah. So this shows that our installation process till now is correctly done. Okay. So now coming to prerequisite. Here. So now these are the steps for requisite prerequisite. Firstly, this you can see that this etc sysctl.conf, this is one file that is already existing at OS level. In this file, we have to add this parameters, okay, which is given in a box. Okay, so for editing in this file, which command we should use?
Sir, VI or
Very
the
good.
ID
vi
file.
vi. So just copy it from here and write vi space and then that file name here. Okay, just enter it. You can see here various parameters are here. Yeah. Now if you want to edit in this editor, what we should do?
I pressing the I.
We should insert first enable the insert mode first, then we can enable it or we can edit it in this. So at the last line, just get to this, just copy the parameters which we want to add in that file and just come to this, paste. Okay, clear? Now you in the previous session we have saw that in devices we use this drag and drop and shared clipboard option. Yeah, bidirectional.
Yes, sir.
For this purpose we are using this bidirectional. Okay, you can see I am copying from OS level, Windows OS, and pasting it in Linux OS. This can be done only by selecting these two parameters as bidirectional. Okay. For that purpose, we are giving bidirectional on that particular option. Clear? So now we have to save and exit here. So what
Yes.
should we do?
Sir, first escape from insert mode.
First, we will disable the
Insert mode.
insert mode by pressing escape. Then
Colon WQ.
Then WQ colon WQ
we
colon
have to
WQ
use that particular command for save and exit. That is colon W. This colon W means save
Q
and colon Q means
and exit.
exit. Then what will happen? Just we are combining these two command and we are using save and exit. We will keep it enter. So our parameters are saved and we have exited from that text editor by using that command. Now coming to second step. Okay. Okay. Now just in second step, we have to run this command only. No need to editing. We have to just run this command. Okay. Just copy it from here. You can write it, these steps, where we have to run, where we have to uh, use vi. Okay. So in
Sir,
fact, huh,
in the first steps, the parameters you just copying from where we find these parameters. You just copy the first step, na, this parameter, sir.
hmm, yeah,
From where we find this.
you can find it from internet or either from that from there, or if you want I will provide this doc.
Okay, sir.
So in second step we just copy this, okay, that is given in the box, and
Okay, sir.
we have to just paste it here and just enter. You can see it automatically fetches some parameters. These clear? Only by
Yes.
copying and paste. That means we are running this command. Okay. Now coming to third step. Third step here, again we have to add this parameters which is given in the box. So where we have to add? In this file. Okay. So for that purpose we just copy here and again we have to write vi because we want to add or we have to edit in that particular file and give the file name here. Click on enter. Now come to the bottom of the page. Okay. Now we have to enable insert mode, then giving some space and copy that parameters that is given there. One more thing, that this is the manual steps. Okay. But we can skip this manual steps by using only one command, that is for automatic setup for prerequisite. Okay. So we will not use that command. We are using this manually, because only running that command, these all steps will be done there. Okay. So there will be no need for us. If you know that, then you can probably use that command, but if you don't know, then just follow the steps. Clear? Copy it from here, the parameters which you want to add there, and just paste it here. Clear? Now save and exit. Saved. Everyone clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
In this thing you can see here nproc no file. We will get to know that in the DBA. Okay, so nproc basically means number of products, number of process, sorry, and no file means number of files. Okay, soft hard, this all thing we will get to see in DBA. Okay, so coming to next step. Now this step is our optional step. If you want to execute this step, you can execute that. If you if you don't want to you execute this command, then no need for that. Okay, but I will show you how to execute this command. It's your choice. You can skip this
So for
step.
which purpose this command is used,
So,
sir?
sorry,
For which reason this command, this process, this step is used?
this step is basically for packages purpose. Okay,
Okay, sir.
we have already installed some packages, but in that
Yes,
packages
sir.
there is something that will not run. Okay, there are some packages which will be not run, and they are not useful to us as well. Okay, so we are just uh, eliminating some errors from prerequisite. Okay, by using this command. Okay, by using this step, but no need for that. This is optional, because in further step we will see that we will ignore all the issues related to this. Okay, clear? So that's why it is
Okay, sir.
optional. So now what we have to do here, you need to insert the CD. Okay, this CD. Okay, you can see here it is already inserted here. Our CD is on here. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
at the bottom side. I
Yes,
now,
sir. Left side.
yeah, this where my cursor is right now.
Hmm.
Okay, just click on it. You can see here there is an option v3708 ISO host drive F, and this remove disk from the virtual drive. Now first we have to remove this disk. Okay, so either from bottom you can remove this disk, or from devices optical drive you can remove this disk from here also. At the top, at the bottom, both options you have present. You will get this option. Okay, so just remove this drive. You can see it is removed. There is no disk present here. There is no CD icon here. Now we want to just select this v3708. Okay, means we have again restarting that. You can see our one file is appeared here. We will use this file. So for seeing our software, which command we should use here? For seeing our softwares, the location of the softwares, the percentage used, percentage or available or percentage free, which command we should
The
use here?
DF
DF
minus
minus
H.
Df minus s minus h. Okay, clear? You can see here this directory, which is similar to this directory. Yeah, ol64x86, ol64x86. Yeah, given here. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So we will get to this location first. Okay. So by going to this location, we will use cd command. Then just give the location where we want to go, /media/ OL6. Clear? Just enter. Now we want to see what are what are the parameters present here. There are a lot of parameters here, but we have to go to this packages directory. Okay, so for going that to that packages directory, we will use again cd and packages. Enter ll. You can see here so many packages are there. So now we have to run some rpm file here. Okay, in this packages, in this packages directory. So just here, just copy this only rpm files from the box till here. Clear? Only the rpm files we have to copy it. So copy this and paste it here. Now you can see automatically it will be run here one by one. From this we are trying to eliminate maximum errors which we will get in further steps. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, from my net connection, I just disconnected. So can you, after the remove the CD, I nothing see anything. Can you
Oh.
repeat, please?
So just removing cd. Okay. Click
Okay, sir.
again start that cd. Okay.
Okay.
So for again starting this cd, select this option v3708.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Then you will see that this directory will appear. This following directory will appear, ol64x86. Clear?
Okay, sir.
So we have to get to this location in the terminal. So how we will get that location?
PWD.
PWD, we
No, sir. No, sir.
can see the path where we resides in.
Location is the long list.
We will see from df minus h. You can see here ol64. This was our directory here and here. Same. Is it same or not? You can see here the directory name is ol64x86. Here also ol64x86. Yeah, last 2 to 5, last 2 to 5. Same or not? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
He again left.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, before the CD means removing and adding, why we use the VI command means VI space the path. Because
VI, basically what is VI? If we want to edit in something, we want to get to that uh, environment of that file where we could edit or add something, we use this VI because it creates a text editor for that particular file.
yes, sir.
So
Sir,
yeah,
sorry, sir, but my network is so bad. Again and again disconnected. Sir, please repeat that. What happened? You say which comment you say?
from df minus h we will get the location.
Yes, sir.
of that disk.
Yes, sir.
You can see here similar. This is highlighted here. Same directory. This directory will appear. So
Yes,
we
sir.
will get to this directory. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We, we will get to this directory by this
Yes,
cd
sir.
command. And
Yes.
you can see here there is one directory present here which is termed as packages. So we will
Okay.
get to this packages location by using again cd command. Enter it. Now here you have to just copy all the rpm files. Okay, you are seeing which is highlighted here.
Okay.
Yeah, this all rpm file should be run there, should be copied from here and just paste it there. It will automatically run all the command
Okay, sir.
one by one. If it is not doing so, then you have to copy one by one. Okay, all line one by one. Okay, but
Okay,
it
sir.
is optional. It's your choice to use this step or not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
The one doubt is
Yeah,
uh, I was asking that the packages folder or the packages file, it was already available in that CD. But what you have done, you have just removed that CD and again you have inserted and you just got that
yeah.
location.
if
But why
if
is
your
that so necessary?
if your disk is not on, then you have to just,
Remove it and again I have to insert it.
yeah,
Insert again. Okay.
because at that time my that location ol6 is not showing me. So for that purpose we want to use this ol directory where we will get the packages directory where we have to run this rpm file.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So if there is no, if that cd is or drive is not showing me that location, then how we can use this rpm file to run there?
Yeah, sure.
So that's why we are again just on and off. That means the same as if you watch that mission mangal at
Yeah.
hang mode on and off always works.
So just to get the location, we just did this.
Yeah, because at that time it was not showing me that ol6 was present there. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, after on and off, this file will be shown, na? What you have seen in this.
Yeah, this file will be shown. Now you will be able to get to this location. Okay,
Okay, sir.
here it is present. Here we have to get to this location first, then
Okay,
we
sir.
have to copy this rpm file only. Okay, and give it to and paste it there, and
Okay.
it will run. Now just we have to exit from here and eject the cd. Okay, for
Okay, sir.
ejecting cd, what we should do, we should get to this location and again remove disk from virtual drive. Okay, by using this we can remove it. Now here this appears, this pop-up will appear where we use to force unmount it. Okay, just force unmount, it will get off. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now our next step is very important step because we are introducing some groups. Okay, and user. Okay, which we will use in future for all kind of work. Okay, so there are basically o install dba oper asm admin asm dba, these are all groups. Okay, which we will gonna create in this step. So just copy this and paste it here. You can see it is pasted here, and our this particular group is already created in this. Okay, now there are some more steps in. Now this was our one more group which we want to create here. So 1 second. Yeah, now are all the groups are created. Now we want to create our new user. Okay, for creating that new user, this is the command. You can see here this oracle is our new user which we want to create here. So by clicking on this, by copying it this command, and you can see here our command user add -u 502 o install means in this user my primary group will be o install, and rest all other dba asm dba oper, this will be our secondary groups. Okay, so for particular user we need some groups. Okay, so for your oracle we use this o install because oracle has recommended us to keep the it primary. For primary group we use o install, and for root what will be our group?
Sir?
For root user what will be our group?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, for root is root can access all the groups. So all
Yeah.
group member root is means the main user. So all groups are primary for him.
for root user, root's group is also root. Okay, you can see here in this command, first denotes our user and second denotes our group. So you can see root's group is root. Clear? This is the size, this is the date when it was created. Okay, now just copy the command here and enter. Our group will be created. Now for sorry, our user will be created. Now for every user there should be some password also. Yeah,
Yeah.
so for password we use this command.
So one question was
Yeah,
then what is the difference between this group and user? Is it a subset of
yeah,
user?
you can say that.
Okay.
Sir,
Means all the work
hello,
will
sir.
be, yeah,
Sir, after the grouping, what you say, the root, the network was gone, so I not here. Can you
again.
repeat the?
After
Yes, sir,
adding
please.
the groups, okay, after adding the
Okay,
group we created user by giving
okay,
them
sir.
that one group. Okay, primary group, by giving it a primary group, that is o install. So for that we use this command which is present there in the doc. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you can see uh, this is the command. This is the command for creating user. Okay,
Yes, sir.
for that, and after creating that user, we need to give some password to that user. So by giving this command, we can give password to it. Okay, enter. Now it is asking me password. Then I will give it same Oracle password. Enter. It is saying that it is bad password. Okay, but I will forcefully use this password. Okay, Oracle.
Okay, sir.
Enter. You can see all authentication tokens updated successfully. Clear? Means now our user is created and its password we have given to it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So coming to next step of our prerequisite. Now we have to change some parameter. Okay. So where we have to change in this file. In 7th step, we have to change some parameter. Okay. In 7th step, we have to change parameter. Not we have to change parameter. We don't have to add any parameter. We have to just change the parameter. So just copy this file name or file path and yeah, copy that file path and paste it here. Before pasting, we use the command vi because we want to edit in that file. Then paste it here and enter. You can see there are some parameters already present in it. Now what we have to do, insert mode on, come to this first line of the parameter where it is written 1024. Are you able to see
Yes, sir.
this 1024? Just edit it. Just we have to give it here 16384.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you please means say again what you have said? Actually, my network just fluctuates
Okay.
for a
Okay.
while. Just 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 the seventh step.
So
Yeah.
just copy that file from the doc. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Where we have to change, and for changing that we use vi command.
Yes,
So
sir.
by
That's
using
right.
this vi space and copy that file location, you will get to the text editor of that particular file. Then enter. You can see
Oh,
there are various not there are only 1 2 parameters in this file. So in this file we have to change some parameter. For that we will enable our insert mode, come to the first line of the parameter where 1024 is written and edit it to 16384. Clear?
yes, sir.
We have to give it here 16384 by editing 1024. Clear? Now we have to save and exit. For save and exiting, we have to disable our insert mode first, then :wq, enter it. Our changes is saved there in that file. Now coming to second, in 8th step we have to we again have to change parameter from here, and this is very important file. Okay, if you uh, if you done if you get to this location and if you again change some parameters that is not respected to this recommendation of Oracle, then your database will get corrupt. Okay, so very careful in these steps. So just copy this and again get to this location we want to edit and just paste it here, the file location, and new text editor will be open. Now here we have to change the Selinex permission as permissive. And where we have to change, you can see here there is 1 2 3 4 Selinex options where we have to change that. Okay, so we have to change it in this line. Okay, in this line where it is written enforcing. Remember this thing, where there is written enforcing, in that line we have to edit it and give it permissive. You can see here permissive written. Clear? So we have to give here permissive and we have to save it. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Only in this line we have to change. If you give here the permissive from targeted to permissive, then our database will be corrupted. You cannot use that. Okay, so be careful in this step.
Sir, for the in this step we give some permission to for database.
Yeah, so just save and exit here. Now our prerequisite steps are done. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Prerequisite steps are done. Now just for saving that, what we need to do for reflecting that changes, what we should do here, we have done
Reboot, sir,
so
reboot.
many changes in this parameters. So for that purpose we have to reboot it by using init6 command. Now it will get reboot and our all changes will be reflected on that files.
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, one thing you said that number four step is means optional. Other
yeah,
steps are mandatory.
yeah, all
Means
steps are mandatory,
why?
but you can skip that number 4 step. Yeah,
Means any reason or any specific reason means you can do or
I have
you
already
cannot
answered
do.
that in further step we will ignore all this, ignore some issues that will be there, but that will not related to us. Okay, we will ignore that issues. So just what by executing this step, you just eliminating some issues from there. Okay, so at
Okay.
at further steps we will get to ignore all that. For that means it is just a waste of time for us. Okay,
So
if
means
you,
we will do the same thing
yeah,
after. Okay.
no, we don't do the same thing, but we will
We
just
will follow.
ignore that. Okay, which we will get, we will see that in while we will start with Oracle software installation. Okay, there is an option
Yeah.
where we will get to ignore some packages. Okay, so for running that packages we are running this step. Okay, that is no use for our database.
What is RPM means? Means RPM full form or
We will get to see in DBA session.
okay.
Means it is basically a Red Hat. Its full form is basically from Red Hat. Okay,
Okay.
and RPM, basically it is also a physics term. Yeah.
Yeah, rotation per minute.
Yes,
Hmm? Means it is just a Red Hat product manager, I think so. Clear? So RPM Red Hat, that is our for OS level. So no need for that packages.
Means
So
we are ignoring some packages
yeah,
while installing step 4.
yeah.
Okay.
So you, if in the further step, we will ignore that. If you run or not run that fourth step, we have to ignore that. So why we should use that step? Okay, means it is just a waste of time. That's why I told you that you can skip that fourth step. But all the steps are mandatory, but fourth step you is optional for you. Clear?
Yes.
Now you can see here one user has created here named as Oracle, which we have created previously, and it is reflecting here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So now you don't have to log in with user now, because Oracle user we have created just, but we haven't given any permission or privileges to access that. Okay, so for accessing that we will use again root user. We will log in with this root user. Now what we have to do, we have to create a directory. Okay, which in future we will call it as Oracle base. Okay, and in that directory we will copy the zip files or Oracle software zip files. That was one of two zip files that we have mentioned in shared folder in devices. Clear? Yeah, remember?
Yes, sir.
So these zip files we have to copy it in that location and we have to unzip it there. So for that, open a terminal, and here just get to the location of software where it is, where our software resides. So for that we will use df-h command. You can see here this is our software location, Oracle 11g. So get to this location. Let us check that is there a software or not in that location. LL, you can see our software is present here, that is in zip format, 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. There are two softwares. Followed? Now we have to create directory. So for creating directory, what command we will use?
mkdir.
Yeah.
MDIR
mkdir. Okay.
and date
Huh?
and directory name.
Yeah. So mkdir we will use this command. So, and I am giving -p and space, and again giving the root directory sign, that is our slash, and u01. We have to create this directory in the root directory. Okay, so we will give u01 slash app slash Oracle. Clear? By giving this command, our directory will be created. Any question?
Sir, why -p means
Yeah, by using this -p we can create as many directory in which we will give it there. You can see here I have created 3 directories in only in one command. Yeah, you can create 10 directories by using this -p command. Clear?
Okay, sir.
And if you use, suppose I'm using this mkdir and giving u02 app oracle, okay, it will not create.
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
Because only by using mkdir we can create only one directory at a time, but by using mkdir -p we can create as many directory at one time. Okay, so we
Means
have created 3 directory at
within
one.
root.
Huh?
Within root means
Yeah, within
root
root,
path.
where we can see it here, cd/ and ll. You can see that our u01 is created here. So at the root level we have to create this u01. Okay, and this directory where our software will be copied means u01 app oracle. In this we have to copy this zip files, our softwares. So that directory is known as our oracle base. Okay, so we will use this oracle base term. Okay, not u01 app oracle directory. We will use this base term. Base term means u01 app oracle. Okay, so now if we want to copy that, let us get to this location first.
Well,
So for copying we have to use cp command.
yes.
Clear? Cp, then give a space. Okay, then we have to introduce which file we want to copy. Means we have to copy this linux file. Clear? This. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So by giving cp command and space after that which file we have to copy and where to copy, we have to also give it here. Means where means we have to copy it in u01 app oracle. So we will give u01 app oracle. Okay, this thing. By giving
Okay,
this we
sir.
can. Hmm,
Sir, after the
Boli.
making the directory, sorry, sir.
Yeah,
After the
go ahead.
making this directory, we just copy that.
Yeah, we have to copy that software to that location. So for copying it,
Okay.
you can give it here this command. Okay, either you can use this, but you have to again copy the second zip file, because we have copied one zip file and we have pasted it in this location. Then again you have to write this command. For avoiding this one by one step, we will use what? After database we will give a star sign. Okay, this star sign, cp space linux. You can see this star sign means all. Okay, so whichever file is similar to this, and after that whatever the value will be there, all files will be downloaded, copied to that location which we will specify here. Okay, so you can see only identical are these two file. Till here
Yes, sir.
database is similar, but after the database underscore you can see the values are changing. So we have to just copy these two files now.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
after star means what? It will copy one of two of two at the same time. Okay. So after star, you can give a space and specify the location where you have to copy that. This location and give it enter.
Sir, you please repeat the after start part. What you say? The after start part, the difference part
Give
are there.
give a space. After star, give a space and specify the location where you have to copy that particular zip file.
Okay, sir.
I have given two commands for copying. You can use either one or two. Okay. But if you use one first command that I have showed you, but you have to do it two times for that command. Okay. By using that command, you have to do it two times. But by using the second command that I have used here, you can use only one command and copy two files at the same time. Clear? It will take some time because it is copying.
Sir, by the first comment we do it individually, and then using the second comment we do it both of them at a one same time.
Pardon me.
Sir, you say that two command. Using the first
Yeah.
command, we do it individually, both files.
Yeah.
Using the second command, we do that at the same time in the both files. Right, sir?
Okay, I just write it here. Okay. We use this cp command, then Linux x64 something like that database underscore one of two dot zip. Then you have to give u01 app oracle. Now again you have to use this Linux x64 database underscore two of two dot zip u01 app oracle. We have to do this two times if you are using this type of command, or you can use this Linux x64 database underscore star, then give it a location. You if you use this command, then you can do these two things at the same time, because star means after database underscore, if there is one of two, two of two, three of two, three of three, anything which is present there, all kind of files after that, that is from similarity, it will check here till here. Okay. And after that, if there is some vary in that name of the file, then all the things that is after underscore will be copied and pasted to this location. That means of star which we have given here. Okay, that is the meaning. So either you can use this command, then you have to execute it only one time, or you can use one by one individual steps for every one uh, zip file. Okay, clear? So these are our command for copying. So our copying is done. Now we have to check that our copies did this file are copied in that location or not. Okay, we have to check that first. Clear? We have to check it or not, that
Okay,
these
sir.
two files have been copied there or not.
Yes, sir.
So we have to get to that location
We
first.
have to check it, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Here, one more point. You can see here, I am giving the file name here. Yeah. After CP command. Why we have given file name? Because you can see that I am residing in this software only, software path only. We can check it from PWD. You can see here, I am residing in this software path, and after that we can use this Linux file. Suppose if we are in some other location, suppose I am in this location, then how we can copy? We have to copy it by giving full path. CP means CP media, then this, then this, then this, then this. Now we have to give it like this. Okay, if we are not residing in that software's folder or directory. Clear, everyone? And after that we
Okay.
have to specify the location.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes,
So
sir.
if we are not residing in that directory, that software directory, then we have to write all the command. Means after CP we have to specify all the path of that Linux software, and after that all the path where we have to copy that and paste in that in which location. Okay, clear? Now
Yes,
Yes, sir.
we want to see that if that two zip files are copied or not in that location, then we have to get to this user1 app oracle. Yeah, for that we have
Yes, sir.
to use cd command, user1 app oracle, get to this location. Either you can go one by one, otherwise you can write all the location at the same time. You will get to that oracle location directly. Okay, enter. You can see, now I am in user1 app oracle. Last location is our oracle last directory. You can see it either from here, and if you're not able to see here, then you can use pwd command. Okay, now let us check by ll command. You can see we have copied only two zip files, which is copied here in this location, which is already pasted here. Now our next step is to unzip it. Okay, because these all are packages for our oracle software, so we have to unzip it. So for unzipping we use command unzip. Clear? After
yes,
unzip, give the name of the file. Okay, and again you can see here we are in oracle directory. Okay, always remember we have to unzip in this location. Clear? First get to this location, then unzip it. Don't unzip in that software location. Clear? keep in Keep it this in mind.
Okay.
Get to this location first, user1 app oracle, where you have copied that, where you have pasted that. Okay, and after getting to this location, user1 app oracle, then unzip that two zip files. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So for unzip, just enter it, give unzip, and after space you have to mention file name. Now remember, we have to unzip one by one individually, not at the same time. Okay, we can copy at the same time, but we have to unzip it one by one. Clear?
Yes.
Any question? For unzipping, it will depend on your RAM. Okay, how much time it will take while unzipping. If you have 4 GB, then it will take a lot of time. If you have 8 GB, then it will take medium time for that. And you have more than 8 GB RAM, then it will be a bit fast. Okay. Now our first file is unzipped. Now we have to unzip the second zip file. So again we use this unzip command, then space, then give it a second zip file name. Okay, that is 2 of 2. Then enter.
Sir, one question is there.
Yeah,
We can unzip that multiple files in a single command, no, by push
no,
star.
I've
Is that
already said
possible?
that. We have to unzip it individually,
One
one
by
by
one.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, you can copy it one at the same time, or you can copy it at all by using that. But while
Start.
unzipping, you have to
Do it
do
one
it
by one.
individually. So both files are unzipped here. Now let us see that what new thing appears here. You can see a new directory has created, which is named as database. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Sir, automatically after unzipping this
yeah,
directory generated, or
yeah. It will already automatically will be created after unzipping. Okay.
after unzipping two files,
Huh.
means the unzip.
It will appear if you unzip the first file, but for
Oh,
packages we have to unzip both the files. Okay. So you can see that a new directory have created. Okay. Now
yes.
we have to do next steps from another user that we have created previously. That was our Oracle user. Okay. Now all the steps will be done by Oracle user, not root user. So for that purpose, we have to give the some access to that Oracle user. That means we have to give the permission to the Oracle user to use this user1 app Oracle file. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So for that purpose, let us check first. You can see that U01, who is the owner? Owner is root. Okay. And its group is also root. Now for giving permission, we have to change the owner to Oracle, because after that we have to use Oracle user for all the steps that we will get to execute in the future. We have to use Oracle user. So we have to change the owner first, and
Yes, sir.
we have to change its group,
Group.
because we have given some groups to that Oracle user. Okay. Now this is first, we have to change the ownership of this user1 file where we have given some packages. Okay. And second, we have to give permission, okay, to that Oracle user. Now let us see about some permission. So basically we give permission of read, second write, and third execute. There is one more permission as named as no permission, okay, but that is not required for us. So these are three basic permissions which we will give to any file, any user. Okay. So you can see that these are three permissions, and it is abbreviated to R, W, and X. Clear? So our permission is derived as hexadecimal 3-digit. Okay. We can derive our permission in hexadecimal 3-digit. Hexadecimal means we have 8 digits permission, sorry, 3-digit permission, and in 3-digit permission there will be number of 8. Okay, means our permission will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see their total number of permission is 2, 8. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So for R there is permission of 2 to the power square, that is 4. Okay. For write there is a permission of 2 to the power 1, that is 2. And for execute there is a permission of 2 to the power 0. What is the permission? What is 2 to the power 0? What is the
One.
value?
1.
1.
1.
Now you can see 4 plus 2 plus 1. What it will give?
7.
7.
You can see here our last permission is 7. Means it will give me the intensity, the more majority of the permissions. Means higher the number of digit here, that means 7 means total permission, all permission, and lower the permission means it has permission but limited permission. Clear? So these are the permissions. So for first of all, changing owner, for changing owner we use chown command. Okay. And for changing permission we have to use chmod command. That means change mode and change owner. So for that, clear everyone this permission?
So in permission, there is any chronology. I want to say at first read or write, then execution, or anyone, anytime you can do it.
See the machine.
Bye.
You can see RWX, RX is written here.
Yes, sir.
That's the permission is given to that particular directory. Okay.
Okay.
So first, where everyone listen, how will you say that this is directory or file? You can
D.
see it by color. You, first of all, color, that our directory is written in color. Yeah, in blue color, and our file is given in another color or no color. You can see here this is our file, and you can see it has green color. Okay, so directory have blue color, but this is not a correct way to see which is file or directory. For that, we have to see at the first line. If there is D, that means this is a directory. If there is no D, you can see here, there is no D present here, that means it is a file.
Yes.
This is the correct way to see which is directory or which is file. Clear? So first
Okay.
thing means D means directory, and next RX, RX, RX. You can see RX, RX, RX. That
Yeah,
is
the
the
permissions.
permission. Okay, so we have given 3-digit permission of hexadecimal type. Okay, clear?
Sir, there is three grouping, na? XR, XR, XR.
Yeah,
For what reason there are three, not only XR?
yeah.
What is the
One
three?
more thing. 1 second. So there is given here RX, RX, RX. This is given and D given. D
Yes,
means directory and this means permission.
yes,
Okay, so these three format. First one is referring to user. User has how much permission. Second one is referring to its group. Okay, and third one is given to others. Okay, others means suppose in an organization, this is CEO, this is manager, and this is client. Clear? So client has
yes,
very less permission, manager has more permission than client, and CEO has all the permission.
yes, sir.
But here for all permission we have to use RWX,
Yeah.
because we have seen that RWX equal to 7. So 7 is our
Maximum.
max permission which we can give to anybody. Yeah, so user has all the permission. So for that, this means RX means what? This is 5
Read and
permission.
execute.
Users permission is 5, groups permission is 5, and clients permission is 5.
Yeah.
But basically what happens by default, this is given as permission 755. Okay,
Oh,
so let us see how we can use that command for giving permission and changing ownership. Okay, for changing owner, first we have to change owner. So we have to use chown, then we have to give -r. R should be capital. Okay, R means recursive, repetitive. Clear? And after that, you will give the user, that owner, you want to give it to particular file. Okay, for particular directory. So I want to give Oracle as the owner, and which group we have to give the group by giving colon and that, and then group name o install. I have given it because this is our primary group, o install for Oracle user. And after that, give it a space and give u01, because we want to give the permission to u01. We want to change the ownership of u01. And remember, we have to give it a slash before u01 because we are changing it in root directory. Okay, so this is our command. And why we have given -r? Because in u01 there is app, then Oracle, then after that are uh, zip files and the database folder that they have created after unzipping that file. Yeah, remember that, everyone?
so O install is, so
Yeah,
O install the stuff.
sorry, not audible.
Sir, I will say that. Sir, can you hear me? Hello, sir.
Yeah, your
Hello.
voice is not audible properly.
Okay. Sir, now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, I want to say what is the O install is a file.
Nahi, it is a group
Oracle.
for Oracle user.
Okay.
Okay, for every user we need to give a group to it. Okay, because we for root we have root group by default, but for every user we have some group which we have to assign to it. Okay, so by using this command, so everyone followed why we have given -r for repetitive means after u01 all the
Yes, sir.
files will that is reside that resides in that u01 directory, all files or all directories permission sorry all directories ownership will be changes to that Oracle user, means everyone's inside u01 directory the owner Oracle will be. Okay, so enter it,
Okay, sir.
our ownership change. Now we have to give the permission, then we have to give it chmod, then again -r because we want to give the permission to all the folders that resides in u01 and with u01 as well. So chmod -r, after that you have to give what permission you have want to give. If you want this rws you can give that, either you use that or you can use numbers that I have told you, 775 765. Yeah, means what means
Yeah, seven five
uh
five.
7 what will be our permission? rwx, rx and rx. And for 777 what will be our permission? This is the maximum permission that we can give to any folder, any file. Okay, rwx, rwx and rwx. Yeah, and we by default give 775. Okay, so what will be our this permission rwx, because our user and groups permission will be same here, but for any packages or for others we have only rx permission, we don't have to execute it. Okay, we don't give the permission of executing. Clear? So let
Yes,
us
sir.
give the permission and end our sessions first, because it is time. Okay, so for that I want to give 775 permission, means rwx, rwx and rx. Clear? So I will give just 775 and after that space and give the name of the file which we want to change the permission. Enter it.
Not giving the right permission, not execute.
Huh? Yeah, name
For,
for user we give all the
for the
permission.
others, we are not giving the right permission.
You can modify the permission. Okay, but for
But I'm telling by default.
huh?
By default, we are not giving the right permission to the others.
Yeah,
Only he can read and execute,
you
right?
can see here in u01 there is only read and
And
execute
that's what I'm
permission.
saying.
We
That right
have
permission
the
is
read
not
here.
available.
Yeah, right, we don't give right permission. Suppose you as you in the organization there is CEO, manager and client. Okay, some contact has to sign. Okay,
Yeah.
clear? So what happens? CEO can change the parameters that is present in that contract. Okay, manager can edit that, but if we give the permission to client to change the parameters, it is resourceful to us. It may change anything, suppose
No.
price, it may decrease the price of that contract.
Yeah, I got it, sir. I got it.
Yeah, but that will be a loss for us. Yeah.
Yes.
So for that purpose we don't give write permission to this client, only read and execute. Okay, means give it a read sign, means you can read that file, but with that you can only execute but you cannot edit in that file. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, means for first comment cho means we are changing the ownership.
First we have to change ownership, then we have to change permission. Okay,
Okay.
now just init 6 it. Okay, means reboot it to reflect these permissions in that u01 file, and after rebooting you will be able to see in this u01 that root will be changes to Oracle and this root will be changes to oinstall, and its permission will also be changed. There will be D, RWX, RWX and RX. Okay, so let us keep it here because it's time. You have office, I think so. Yeah, what say?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So after rebooting it, just save your machine if you want to exit that particular virtual box. Clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Again, you have to
Sir.
save the machine. Remember that. Otherwise, if this disk is on, okay, if this disk is on here, the drive is on, CD drive, then you have to close that. Okay. Clear, everyone?